I love all of you in the comments and stuff on how bipolar of a commented fan or commentator you are. Your analytics and arguments are so dumb in the comments for me, where you're like, oh, this isn't the same year. Oh, you lost 90% of your players to the draft and stuff. That's why you can't be the number one team in the country anymore. Well, then by that logic, when Georgia lost its defense last year, they shouldn't have been the number one team in the country. But then your logic is all over the place and stuff, because one minute you're like, oh yeah, Michigan shouldn't be, like, when I'm defending Michigan and explaining why they should be the number one team during the season last year, you're like, oh no, they shouldn't, because Georgia hasn't been bested yet and stuff, therefore they don't deserve to be the number one team in the country and stuff, because until they're beaten, then there's no point of it and stuff, right? Well, then that logic should apply to Michigan this year. I don't care if they lost players to the draft and stuff. They still have a great defense and a pretty solid offense and stuff. And again, Moore has already proven himself time and time again. Your logic makes no sense and stuff. Your logic's all over the place and stuff. That's basically a mood swing of a person called bipolar effect in football and stuff, because you're constantly all over the place and changing your opinion. You're not standing on business. You're not applying your opinion logically and stuff. You're switching it all over the place like a ridiculous analyst that knows nothing. You're basically like a Stephen A. Smith or a Max Kellerman, where your take is good in the beginning, but then you have one of the worst takes ever all time, because you're saying that, oh, the team can't be the number one team in the country anymore because they lost players and stuff, which is a stupid argument, because you can say that about any team in the country and stuff. How about when Clemson lost players and stuff, but they still had a chance in 2019 to defend their title, and they deserved to be the number one team in the country? Not LSU got it and stuff, and it was ridiculous after they won the national championship and stuff. And so it's a little ridiculous for my liking. I think you guys are all over the place. You don't know what you're talking about anymore, and frankly, you're the number one team until you're beaten and stuff, and that's why some of you put me in my place and stuff until Georgia was beaten and stuff. And once they were beaten, Michigan deserved the number one spot. And until you dethrone Michigan this year and beat them, or one of the teams that we play this year beats us, we'll stay the number one team in the country and stuff, and get the number one seed and stuff, and play the playoffs again and get a bye weeks. And you'll have to bring your best against us. To be the best, you have to beat the best. We beat the best and stuff. Now we are the best. Now you gotta beat the best, which is us and stuff. So hate us because you ain't us and stuff. And that's your logic all the time and stuff. And we're number one, baby.